It's up right in the tropics, surrounded by tropical rainforest. There's the beach. This is from the balcony of our hotel. There's the beach. The suburb of town they call Magnetic Island, which was discovered by Captain Cook. And out there, 70 miles away, is the Great Barrier Reef. These very unusual trees are called banyan figs, and they're all over town. Some of them get to be an extremely large size. There's a car driving down the left-hand side of the road, which I generally try to remember to do most of the time. This is the avenue running along the side of the ocean. Interesting old buildings of Townsville. This is the old customs house, built just prior to the turn of the century or somewhere thereabouts. Strand is the street we've been staying on. And some of the other interesting old buildings. This is the style that is synonymous with this town. Queensland something, I don't know what they call it. And again, the palm trees. And another magnificent big tree. The car we've rented here in Townsville with Shirley in it. And some of the housing along here, some of these buildings. That's the Castle Rock that dominates the town in the background. 2-block mall covered in palm trees and beautiful overwalks and with lovely, lovely shops on it. And here's the post office. Late 1800s building, beautiful, beautiful building. A beautiful town in the late 1800s that's about to become the greatest boom town that this country's ever seen. There's a floating hotel going in here, and the sea aquarium, reef aquarium. Townsville. And my most lasting memory of Townsville, the Sheraton with the casino. It's here that I've personally done my best to solve Australia's balance of payments problems. I'm continuing to wonder what the odds are against 10 consecutive reds on the roulette wheel. My interest in this subject is spurred on by the fact that it cost me $50 each to experience those 10 reds. I'm kidding, of course. And Shirley and Carson impatiently waiting for me to return to the car for lunch. This is Carson taking his examination. Yeah. He's got an infected ear, so they're trying to keep him out of the depths. Tonight we get on the boat to go out for diving on the reef, and we're trying to keep his ear in pretty good condition. He's done very well in the course. Meredith and I have just passed our exam. And he's taking his now. We're now in the middle of a great debate as to how we're going to get this kid's ear dried out before, so he doesn't have an inflamed situation that'll keep him from going out on the reef. Everybody. Yeah. This is called buddy breathing. This is something that we had to do, Meredith and I. This is in case one person runs out of air. Well, here we are in our deluxe, I repeat again, deluxe cabin. Something just happened to my focus here. The deluxe cabin of our ex-minesweeper. And it's a genuine porthole. And the reason this is a deluxe cabin is that it's 3.5 feet wide rather than 3 feet wide. And there's two portholes. And there's Shirley in her upper bunk. And berth, excuse me. And we've just got on this in the middle of the night. There's the John, so you can see we have you can see this truly is a deluxe room. And the stairs, the vertical stairs going out to and the hallway, moving down to the other deluxe rooms. And did you hear that noise on there? That's the engine's just starting. It's now 12:45 at night, and we got on this boat at 9:30, and we're heading out. That's my bed, by the way, down there, and we're heading out to the barrier reef. We'll be there by about 4 in the morning, so that when we wake up, we're ready to dive. We're just getting assigned our equipment for our first dive. Excellent.
Breakfast. And there's the man who's responsible for the delicious breakfast. Come on. Here's the gal who serves the breakfast. Well, that's what he did.
Okay, on low tide, Kay used to come right up there and stand. Little sand castles and all that sort of thing. It stays out until the tide rises. Now, make contact is really important on these dives. Right, very nice and close to the lake. So, some mooring, usual boat work here. You guys just stay there. You'll be with Tom for the exercises, okay? Just go through the exercise with Tom. Stay within the buddy length with Tom all the time. And if Tom has to
Right up to the water.
okay? Moving towards the ladder.
Sign that they make when they enter the water safely is a sign that they're in
Dr. Jackson, ready? Let's go, boy. Okay? Ready to go all out, Carson?
See where to make the sign. It looks all right. That's a sign.
Nice to hold up the mask.
Look straight ahead.
Right hand with your mask.
Right hand up.
That's it.
Straight ahead. Bring your feet together.
Very good.
It's getting ready to go in now.
Do a buoyancy check. See how the buoyancy is. Bring your head.
You did it.
All set?
I'm all set, I think.
Get the buddy to grab your hold so you don't get away. Out of your eyes if you want that. Good.
Okay.
Single back to go after okay? Alright. Go, let's play the 4-engine circle.
With your hand on the
Go and play the 4-engine circle. Just that up. I just want to make work for someone. Everybody needs to get that.
This is a snack you're having after you die.
I learned the coral spiders.
I like getting brittle stars out in the night dives. Brittle stars, pull them out really slowly so you don't snap your legs off. Get them out free swimming. Run down your arm.
Crinoids are really good at boat at night too. They tend to swim. Plus you get all the corals out. That was the best one that I last
More night dives, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Alright, take your mask off so that we can see who it is. And I'm just about out of juice here, so you're going to have to do it quickly. Take your mask off.
It's just me.
And just driven the 400 kilometers down or up Poundville to Cairns. And there's our car back again. Crocodile. North Queensland, Australia. This is crocodile country, they say. What we're in is a crocodile exhibit going up on our way to Port Douglas in North Queensland. guy was captured in the Tully River, right where we are now. They're responsible for heavy stock losses.
It's moving.
I'd say about 18 feet long from stem to stern.
My little buddy down here. Thanks, Fagan. I'm certainly not going to take the blame for it, Gabe. Oh, I don't like being accused of a cheat. I don't suppose anybody likes cheats, really. It's not a very nice business. And I think the way to get rid of the cheats is you've got to punish them for them every time they do cheat or do something wrong. Oh, that's what we're going to have to do to Fagan here too. We're going to punish him. And what better way of punishing someone than sending them to dark, dry dungeons and Coppenham Palace. And the torture chambers he'll gun them in. And he hops, and the drawbridge closes after him. Now, when will the Slighteners torture chamber? I suppose it'd be very nice. Doesn't look very happy. Hey, get down and watch that. And little Saffron's jumped out, off goes the chariot, and bang goes the cannon. That's it, up the steps, down goes the drawbridge. That's teamwork and successful rescue, but Saffron, the cannon didn't go off. And at first you don't succeed, try again. Give it one more go, because you put it part of the shame. You've got to blow up the cannon, the castle. And this cannon's not working very well at all. I'd say we'll give it one more try. First you don't succeed, try again. If it doesn't work again, we'll throw the cannon. Okay, Saffron, we'll try to give it one more go. Just to see how it is. One more time. Over this way. What do you reckon? You think it's going to work, or are we going to have to throw this cannon? I don't know. You think you're going to work and fire the cannon, Sasha? That's it. Off we go. One more time. And there we go. That's the cannon blasting. Now here's that. Great.
Oh. Hello. 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 Yes. Oh. This bird has just had a little sit with me, and Carson is trying to pat his head now. Go ahead, pat his head. Well, we finally found a kangaroo. This must be Australia. Change the magnification. Now, we better have proof positive that Carson that Meredith was in Australia as well here. There are millions and millions of these things running around in Australia. These are one of the smaller species. And they've authorized the culling or killing of over 1.5 million of them this year. Just because they're such a nuisance.
Don't stop, honey.
They sit around all day all over this country and in the shade of the trees, and fences don't stop them and nothing stops them. In the pouch here, this guy is strangely oriented. I'm not quite sure if he's got quite the proper start on life here. But, I think he's probably about the size he's going to be evicted pretty soon, Shirley's suggesting. At which point Meredith and Carson started to shudder a bit.
Meredith, can you see the baby in this one?
See the baby, the upside down, rather disoriented baby in this one?
Oh, mother.
Now, these are not one of your larger species of, the big ones are the grays and the reds, which are about 5 or 6 times bigger than these guys. Here's another mother that we found. He was protruding out a minute ago. He had one look at Carson and decided that he didn't like the outside world very much, and climbed back in. I feel that way a lot.
So I tried to get Big bird.
Stand on one leg.
Big bird.
Did you see the feet?
Look at this
Yeah.
one, Dad. It's
No,
Dad, look at
They're
this
very
one.
unusual.
he has friends.
Dad, look at this one.
Wait a minute. Where? And why are we taking pictures of these birds, I wonder? Here, wait a minute. Where is this bird? And this is a Australian emu or something.
Folks back home are going to be glad.
Some slightly bigger kangaroos. These are big reds, I guess. They're still not your larger variety. I understand that they come about the size of a Kenworth truck. You don't see them very often. Beautiful, placid animals. Love attention, love affection.
Daddy, you know what over there? It's a pig.
I'm just taking this guy's figure because he's such a handsome son of a gun. The highway along North Queensland, and it's one of the most beautiful areas that anyone could ever imagine. It's a tropical rainforest off to our left. As we go, the next stop, by the way, we're almost at the end of the road in Australia. The next stop is Papua New Guinea. We're at the end of civilization. There's been mile after mile of deserted sand beaches that are totally idyllic. Off to the left have been a series of mountain ranges with the peaks shrouded in clouds. And we're totally surrounded with rainforest, tropical rainforest. This place is about as close as you can come to paradise, except for the heat. It's not unusual for it to go 42 degrees Celsius in this country. Every day that we've been here, it's 36, 37 degrees Celsius. We're entering the port of Port Douglas, which is just about as far as the roads can take you in Australia. We're north of here, it turns into dirt track that they don't recommend you take, and Aboriginal reserves. We have one of the native girls here. This is one of the Aborigines we found, bathing in the pristine natural surrounding. This is the.
I wish I was, and then I could stay.
Where are we now?
Port Douglas.
It's Tuesday, so it must be Port Douglas. At our hotel. Interesting thing, there's salt water in this pool.
Oh, that was great race. Daddy wins. Oh, here's the second one coming in.
This is my best stroke.
The race is ready to begin.
Get out of the way. I gotta just swim over him. On your mark. Get set. Go.
You lose. You lose. I win.
Here's the winner.
Up on the Atherton tablelands up from the coast. And just past a section, these large bumps on either side of the road. You can see the scrubland. These are termite hills. Some of them go as high as 20 feet tall. A relatively small one just beside the road that Carson's standing beside. Brisbane. I believe this is their city hall. And this is their central square I'm standing in now. Down there are 12 or 8 or 12 socialists screaming through a megaphone who I'm afraid to walk down there because I've already asked them if they're the entertainment. And the contrast of the old and the new in Brisbane. Actually a very unexciting town. That's the koala bear.
Oh, come on, let's this way.
Really finished.
This way, this way.
Come on. Bye, Clara.
Don't touch it, those. There he is, Carson. He wasn't looking, was he? He's just a little fella.
Oh, look at all.
You've got to make koala noises, and only I know what koala noises are, being intimate with koalas.
Looks like a teddy bear. Oh, look at him. He's neat as you. Oh, baby one.
That's the secret koala noise.
Which one is that? The bearded dragon?
Yes. This is indigenous. The famous Tasmanian devil. I always wanted to meet one of these guys. Made famous in Walt Disney cartoons. Wallaby, being fed by Carson.
Oh, it can't get me, Carson.
Very, very gentle animals, although I understand that the big red kangaroo can disembowel you in about 5 seconds with its rear claws and has the personality to enjoy doing it. This is a dingo, the famous Australian dog. They're carnivorous. Did they eat kangaroos? They ate kangaroos. I guess they're one of their few natural. Famous koala noise.
I don't know how to. How do you do it? You little koala bears. Don't drink.
No drinking. No drinking. The Aboriginal name for the kookaburra, after which the kookaburra defender boat in the American Cup was named. It looks a great deal like our kingfisher. These things called, Carson? This matched set of things. What are they called?
Major Mitchell cockatoos.
Major Mitchell cockatoos.
They're crappy.
They're preppy. They're pink and preppy. You'll recognize this as the common wombat.
The maternity section over here.
I've just explained to the children that if wallabies looked like Tasmanian devils, we'd be taking this much.
If koalas.
If koalas looked like Tasmanian devils, we'd have this much footage of Tasmanian devils.
No, it's Tasmanian devils are not koalas.
It shows you the value of a pretty face in this world and how far it'll get you.
This is the maternity section over here. These ones are all pregnant.
So is this. Well, come on, there's a koala shelter.
The young lilies, of course, they're fresh, growing, contain all the dietary and nutritional requirements they require, but the most important thing is that because they're so young, they contain a lot of moisture. Now, many people think that koalas don't drink any water at all. And that's nearly true, because they get most of their water out of these young, fresh leaves. Now, however, during summer, when it's very hot, the koalas still do need additional water, so it is a lie that they don't drink, because we've come down here to find them drinking out of the dog piles on the ground. Now, because they eat so many leaves a day, it takes one day for all these young shoots along the top here to be completely eaten out. So it's a major task for us because we have to go out every day, 7 days a week, sometimes up to 400 kilometres in one day to get 1.5 tonnes of fresh leaves for the koalas. Now, there's one time of the year when the koalas do become very active, and that occurs in their breeding season. This mainly occurs in the summer months as the days get longer and hotter. Now, during this time, the male koalas develop a brown set gland on their front chest. Just grab Naru over here. He's a 2.5-year-old male. If you look just up here on his front chest, he's got a big brown smear. And this is his hormone gland. And what he does is he goes up to all the trees, rubs his chest up and down, leaves his smell over them, and at night time this brings in all the girls. Now, once mated, it only takes 35 days until a baby koala is born. Now, 35 days is a very short gestation period, so as you can imagine, when a baby koala is born, it's born very premature. If you look here, it weighs only about 1/3 of a gram, but the face will be 1.5 centimetres long and is completely hairless. It's about the size of a little pink jelly bean. Now, this little premature baby crawls its way from the birth canal and enters the mother's pouch. Now, koalas are marsupials, just like kangaroos, and they've got a pouch located on their lower abdomen. There we go, if I just part the fur there, you can see a very small opening on Duel's lower abdomen here, and that's where her pouch is. Now, Duel's a proud mother-to-be, or a proud mother. She gave birth just before Christmas, so at the moment she's a little baby, wouldn't be much bigger than this, within her pouch.
Yeah, I think it's some food. Are they feeding you?
It's a bad age.
Say yes. Yeah, that's nice.
Let me just get some. Yeah, sure.
These your bag of food, Carson, aren't they?
He'd like something to eat.
Just drop some on the ground. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
We've just arrived in. This is Canberra. That's a shot of the construction of their new $2 billion Parliament buildings that they're putting up. They're going to be quite impressive, but this town certainly isn't impressive. It's got a sawed-off tower, and we were right into the town before we knew that it was even here. Very unimpressive. The population of about Yeah. This is rural Australia in their best farmland. And we're just outside of Canberra, about a few miles. And they've had a drought here. This is not the outback. This is their best farmland. Try. Just give you a profile. Billabong. Where's that? Finished by 360. Numbers. A genuine Billabong with genuine sheep. This is Thredbo in the snowy mountains. A ski village, much like those that you'd find in the Rocky Mountains. Those are the ski hills. There's snow along that crest, except you can't see it from this angle. To our surprise, thousands of people ski in Australia. This is the stream which I fished in last night. I hooked 3 brown trout and landed one of them. I didn't have any waders or anything. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Dramatic markings of them. This is the area around. I'm trying to cover up the Australian countryside. Very desolate. Coming out of the snowy mountains right now, but we're in back down to the flatlands. But this is what Australia looks like. I'm taking this out of the car window, trying to cover up the audio pickup against the wind noise. Oh, Shirley's just informed me that there's a huge fire ahead, and I'll try to get this in a few minutes when we're they've had a drought here for the last several months. Things are absolutely tinder dry. If you don't behave yourself, I will turn it on.
See, turn it on.
I'm gonna throw that into the fire.
Well, there might be road work ahead or something. Hi, Dad.
We're now approaching a
Forest fire.
large fire on the horizon, an extremely large fire in rural
They aren't clouds.
New South Wales, south of Canberra.
Wait a minute.
What? An enormous forest fire.
Here we have a very, very large bushfire
We're heading towards it.
that we're heading towards.
Up here?
It looks to be about 10, 15 miles off till we've been going towards it for a while. driving on the left-hand side.
Here, you can turn on the music now.
Carson with the omnipresent sugar intake vehicle.
America's Cup.
General sampling of type of terrain around Canberra. Get a very heavy drought area for several months. Really burnt off and tinder dry.
Keep Raj up.
All of the stones in this area have been meticulously placed by Aborigines. Line up any two of them and predict eclipses of the sun, I've heard. Bushland we're coming up here, which is very typical. Bushfire just south of Canberra. This is the big merino. Merino is a type of sheep. You know it's been a slow tourist day when I'm taking pictures of big sheep on the highway. This is this town's claim to fame. I think Carson is waving to us out one of those eyeballs, but I'm not sure. This is this town's claim to fame. We're in a small town about the size of Owen Sound, halfway between Canberra and Sydney. Spectacular highway I've ever seen in my life. It has rock cuts on it that would make our rock cuts through the slope look like nothing. It's a 3-lane highway on either side going up the road.
Are you filming?
Yes, I'm trying to get these rock cuts through the windshield. They're really quite spectacular. I've never been on a road like it, but the rock cut's so deep. This is a beautiful highway, 6 lanes that you just put through to get into the northern coast area from Sydney. We've just been up to, what was the name of the town, kids?
Terrigal.
Terrigal, with a beautiful beaches, little town about an hour and a half north of Sydney. High wind area sign. That's enough of roads, I guess. Again, we're back in Sydney. and some lovely townhouses down there. Shirley and I have been intrigued by these townhouses that are on the side of a hill overlooking downtown Sydney.
Very good view of them.
And then there's the street we're on. We've just checked back into our hotel. An old street in King's Cross, a famous area. And there's an example of early Sydney architecture. And part of it that particularly intrigues me, the statue with the underwear hung in the window. Strange, but true. This is the view out of our living room window and bedroom windows. What I'm trying to do here is capture Sydney by night. That's Harbour Bridge. Below that, I don't think you can see it, is the famous Opera House. Yes, you can see the outline right there in the middle of the picture. Again, this is off our balcony. And there's the lights of Sydney at night. Again, this is from the King's Cross area of Sydney, which is the famous red light, naughty area. That's North Sydney up there. City of over 3 million people. Very, very big city.
Oh, beautiful. Did you get that one?
Yes.
I think that's on Mrs. McCoy's.
Is that on Mrs. McCory's Point or across on the other side?
Some are across on the other side. Oh, isn't that lovely? But then there's some lower down, either in front of the Opera House or
This is the,
on the point.
you can see the Opera House off to the left, right behind it, and over top of the Opera House is this
It's on the north
display
side.
of fireworks that are going up. We don't know why. They're either celebrating Wednesday. It's not Australia Day or anything. We're up on the 11th floor of our...
Oh, I like those.
Somebody won the cricket match.
Can you see the little boats chugging along in the harbor there too? I really like them.
Somebody won the cricket match, Dad.
Well, isn't that interesting that you're talking cricket?
Oh,
Because there was cricket match before.
oh, I like those shooting stars. Oh, I love them. Oh,
See how it drops?
Oh, I like that. Beautiful.
Oh, boy. There's a band.
Is there?
In this area. Can you hear it? Did you get that?
Yes, I got it.
Oh, I see them right down there.
That's Sydney Harbour Bridge, and again, the skyline of Sydney
Get these.
at night. That's the big tower here in Sydney.
Daddy, you're missing the finale.
Oh, here at the finale.
Best part. They missed it. See, it's over.
Oh no, I missed the finale.
That's it, Mom. It's on.
That's it? They're gonna give us one little finale, aren't they?
That was. You missed that. You missed. I was going to say what she was filming. As I recall, that was black and white.
What was she filming?
Authorities now say that even with a balanced diet, you may still be missing
Turn
a
that
third
off.
of the fibre you need, which is like starting a race.
The interesting thing is when you film TV with one of these cameras, it comes off
My producer's words.
Clive Robinson,
At the Sydney Cricket Ground, and Australia slunk away.
a real
by
character.
And 8 runs behind England, the victors.
That man, both of them opened again and again.
Both of
went
them.
over
He is
Davis.
the big name here. He's the Reggie
Just going with the swing.
Jackson
And
of
that's
cricket.
the first
Even I've got
boundary
interest
of the
in
afternoon.
cricket.
Alan Border was looking
This
worried.
guy Robinson, who does the announcing every night, is a real character.
That's where he likes to hit. Straight. 25 runs came from 31 balls, but O'Donnell and Ritchie combined for the scalp. More won't be needed. At the opposite end, Broad was compiling a half century.
Oh, beautiful shot. Well, today, similarly rewarded. The leading dog is named King. Some months ago, look at the weather after this news world. Appearing now on your screen are 13, 16, 21, 24, 25, 32. And the supplementary number is 2. The temperature at about 10 o'clock in Sydney and environs was 19 on the coastal area and 20 degrees at the west, which is quite pleasant. That's about perhaps one blanket, depending how you live. Right? Right. Temperatures around New South Wales today. The maximum was Tibooburra at 33, also Murwillumbah 33, Perisher Valley at the minimum.
Come on, we're waiting for you to say something clever here, old fella.
14 degrees. Gosford had 20, Wollongong 22.
No, he doesn't usually during the weather, you're right.
Sydney had 22 degrees. Pollution was low with 9.
No, that's unusually cold in Sydney.
Grafton
This is the
had
cold-
the only
this was the
rainfall
coldest
of
day we've
0.6
had.
millimetre between 9 and 3. Very dry out west. Although there are the odd little pockets of greenery. Quite pleasant. So the Carcourt the other day. Very pleasant, but very hot. The locals, the strangers of Carcourt. Oh yes, they all look the same. And they walk around bumping into each other. Which probably explains why they all look the same. This is the synoptic chart. Carcourt is about here. And they all look the same. This front is moved up towards this place over here. What is that? What is it? Tasmania. Now there's some upper air disturbance around here which is producing some thunderstorms around here. This high pressure system, as you know, it goes anti-clockwise. By the time it gets here, these little winds, imagine that. Imagine, if you synoptically, prognostically, this over here means these winds are going over the coast here, which are going to produce some rain in the next couple of days or so. This little front here is not going to make much difference at all. They've said about this tropical cyclone Jason out here, the description is it has been declared again and continues to threaten the top end. So that is the place not to live at the moment. Not to live in Darwin at any time of the year, he said. This brings up the subject of the forecast, which will follow immediately. I say this. Sunny periods for tomorrow with early showers.
I'm capturing this character on film as a memory of Australia.
There'll be low pollution for tomorrow. City 25, Liverpool 25, Richmond 26 for tomorrow. So tomorrow 25 and sunny periods. Friday will be warm and humid. Saturday will
Meredith, give us a wave down there, please.
be sultry with late storms. Adelaide will be fine and 26 degrees. But a few showers.
Away.
Why?
29 degrees. Northern fine.
Daddy, get out of here, please.
Canberra will be fine at 25. Perth will be fine. West Australia, shoveling coal. I was showing off, I tend to do that. And we tested the thermometer footplate on the V class. Footplate on the V class? Yeah, footplate.